Hello everyone, JRDeal96 here with a brand new reaction. As you can tell by the title, it's another Jacksepticeye video and it's another Kerbal Space Program video. Now, in the last episode, we saw him create a combination of a plane and a rocket called a plocket. His first attempt wasn't so smooth because the center of mass was way off. The second one was way better, but he forgot to put landing gear underneath the wings. And then finally, the third attempt, he was able to nail it perfectly. And he landed safely, no issue whatsoever. So here we are with this episode, and it seems like he's going to try to go back into space, but this time try to fly into the sun. I wonder how he's going to be able to do that. I might as well find out right now. So without further ado, let's react to this video, shall we?
Good morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program! Man, I miss playing this game. It's been like over a week, has it? I can't remember. But today, we are going to do something extra special, extra spectacular. We're going to build a rocket. That's not extra spectacular. That's not the spectacular part. Relax. We're going to fly into the sun. That's right, the sun. Not like some person's son.
Not some person's son.
Like the one that's not the moon and shit. But I'm kind of rusty at building rockets. I can't really remember how to build them good. So what I think I'm going to do is use this little guy because it has the little Kerbal Space Program logo on it. And it's awesome and it's cool. We're going to build this guy up with normal actual fuel tanks. And those will be where? Under propulsion like they always are, and I have forgotten. This is what happens.
I wonder how he'll be able to actually get to the sun, because you got to also deal with the gravity of the other planets that are in, further into the solar system.
I'm really bad at
like
them.
Eve and Moho, I think.
You know what? Screw it. YOLO and all that kind of stuff.
So I wonder how is he going to be able to do it here.
Let's face it, if we're going to the sun, we're not coming back. So I'm going to put something on the bottom of this guy. Just like that. And then we're going to cover that over, and that's going to be like a stage at the end. If we need it. We might not need it, but we're just going to have it just in case. I like how
you might as well have it.
Kind of stuff. Like, it's absolutely tiny, and you click on this, and you think, hey, that's not going to work, and then BAM! Fucking does work! Awesome. I love you, Kerbal Space Program. I'm getting distracted. I keep thinking like a mile a minute, which is extraordinary for me, because normally I can't think 2 seconds ahead of myself. Is that enough fuel? And a mainsail engine. You are awesome. I really wish you could change like the texture of these things.
Nah.
Hey, Kerbal Space Program people, you need to retexture this shit. Guys, it's kind of boring to look at the same dull rocket designs and colors and shapes all the time. But I love you. Still love you so much. You make an awesome game. Yeah, I use you guys. You guys are big and nice, and I like you. See, the Separatrons. If I put a Sepatron on this thing,
Sounds like Transformers.
If I put one of those on, can I
You
attach
just said
like,
Optimus.
to the side of it? Because I know the Sepatrons are used to like, they're like decouplers, but they actually just rocket out the sides. So when stuff comes off, it like actually goes off out into the distance.
It pushes it out instead of just, letting it just sit there.
Decouplers.
There you go.
2 will do, won't it? Yeah, 2 will be enough. Not really. You could do it coming over a slight tad a bit. No.
You might need more than 2. You might need 4 at least.
There we go.
Because the weight of the rocket is probably going to be extremely, heavy. It's going to be very heavy, so it's... I don't even know if those rockets are going to be worth it.
Why you be dick face?
It's not even fully on the coupler. It's like inside.
Nobody likes that guy.
It's not obeying laws of physics.
I'm probably gonna have
That's
to
better.
strut this up.
Yeah, strut it up so it doesn't wobble.
Did he still separate? I don't know. I hope so. I'd imagine so. They will. They'll be fine. Even if they don't properly separate, they're gonna. Because where are the struts? You guys don't look like the struts that I am used to.
That's it, right there.
Strut your stuff, little man.
You're gonna need a bajillion of those, knowing Sean.
It doesn't look good. It don't
Remember that one rocket he made where there was like so many, and he had to strut literally
abuse
so many times? He had to strut so many of these. So
There's so
because
much
if
stuff
one is
in this game
unstable,
that I
it
have
causes
no
a
idea what it
huge
does.
chain
And that
reaction
would've
and
been
causes
so much
all of
better
them
for
to go
this.
crazy. Yeah, get a bigger decoupler. You need a
What's a
bigger
decoupler?
one. There you go. That.
Ah, yes.
Way better.
There we go. Ah, perfect.
It's,
Oh.
separates the
Oh, my
stage.
nipples. Ah, so good. This rocket is just so good. It makes my nipples twisty fresh. Loaded. Locked and loaded. Ready to be exploded. That's the motto for Kerbal Space Program.
I guess.
That was actually good. Proud of myself. Good job. Pat you on the back. Even though my name's not Pat. Is this thing like a TARDIS?
It looks like
tiny
a
ship. Every time I
a
look at it,
main
like, from the
hub
menu, it looks like it
area
has a load of
connecting,
clocks on
like,
it.
I guess,
And it
pieces
looks
of
like
the
something
space
that you get
station.
into, and it would warp time
I feel like that's
around
like something you
That's the way
use
I
to
see
build
it.
like a space
So sooner or
station.
later, I'm gonna make a TARDIS and it'll
Like
warp
an area
through
where
space-time.
all of them
maybe some
meet, so you
lamp
can
with
go
these.
one
Oh, I need
direction
fins.
or the other direction to go to the
Where's the
other
fin? Where are you?
part of the space station.
Where's my winglets?
It's like a center of a space station.
There you are, little winglet dude. How you doing?
You might need more than those.
Four.
Four is enough.
Four is
I feel like you need
strong.
like 2 more rockets on the side in order
I like
to
4
lift
fins.
it
I like
off, because I feel
symmetrical
like
stuff.
the weight of the
What's that?
main rocket is going to
When
be
I
too
said I really like
much.
symmetrical stuff, somebody said I was like somebody from like Death Boy from an anime. Is that a thing? People said I was like some guy. It sounded like I think it was Death Boy. I'm sorry if that's wrong. Oh God, I can feel your hatred eyes upon me already. Stop it. I think we're good. Oh, clamps.
You need
the
those so it
clamps!
doesn't like,
Oh, where's my
tip
little
over.
clamp?
There you go. Boom.
Nice as rice.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, let's go into launch. This mightn't be enough. Ah.
It may
I
not be
forgot to
enough,
put the
Matt.
I didn't forget to put the boosters on it. What am I talking about?
You-
Everything.
Yeah, I feel
seems
like
to
it's gonna be too
in
heavy.
order. These are going to fire first, then this. After I separate these, this is going to fire, and this is going to get me up into space, and then this is going to get me around in space. Because when I'm in space, I don't need fins. I'm actually just after thinking of that. I don't think I need fins when I'm in space.
Look
Who
at
can
Bob
launch?
is like dancing. Yep, I was right. Like, look
Well,
at.
isn't that the most anticlimactic?
Like, I don't think it's enough.
This poor rocket launch.
Yeah, it's too heavy. You need a
Oh,
lot
it's
more
so
power to really
magical.
lift it into
Getting up in
space.
the air is so dangerous.
That's why I usually try to
Come
go
on,
for
I
like
can
5
fire
or
the rocket
6.
further. It's not good enough. It's not good. It might get me into space. It might get me up the distance I need.
If you
and I
got
can
like
probably
5
make
of them
this
on
one
there, I think that would
That's
be
not good
enough.
That's not good enough for old
So I don't
Jack.
know.
What we're gonna have to do?
The fact that it says loaded on the
nice
rockets.
as rice.
There you go. Now you got
This
4
is
of them.
good.
It may
4
be
clamps,
enough.
Maybe too much. But you gotta hold it in place. You gotta clamp the whole thing in like you're strangling a badger. While you guys fire.
Why a
yes,
badger
that
of all
seems good.
things?
All the decouplers, yeah. This seems nice and squeezy. Go. My
Slightly
God, it's
better.
So boring. These things have.
Slightly better. You're
Is this
picking up
really
a
that heavy?
speed a lot more
Well,
faster
that's
than you
cool,
were
I
the
guess.
last time.
This is a boring rocket launch.
But you're still going a decent
It's not
speed.
fun. It's slow.
But I know it's slow.
I'm like halfway through my fuel already.
And
My
you're at
fuel
3,000
things.
meters.
Come on, rocket! Go, go! A little engine that could. Please get me up at least a good distance. Well, I guess if it gets me like halfway there, which it will, then it should be good. I can't remember the sections where when to turn and when to like when I'm in space. I can't remember the numbers. I had like it all in my head before. I think it's when this turns to 1. I have to go to a 90-degree angle. Was that it? Was that what Scott Manley told me? Scott, please.
Great Scott.
Scotty, beat me up.
Close to 9,000 meters. That's how
There
far
we go.
up that
Yes.
first stage was able to get him.
Put that back, and then go like this, and maybe throttle it up again.
Boom.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? I think that was it. I'm not gonna have enough fuel to get to the sun. Not a fucking hope. And when this gets to 100, then I'm good. Oh man, my fuel's almost gone! I'm not even in space yet! You piece of poo!
Nah.
Go, little rocket! This thing is incredibly fuel efficient. So I have that going for me. I hope.
That's what I usually would do. I would have probably added an extra
I
tank.
am there. I can cut engines.
I would have had like 2
I'm almost
more.
there. I think it's when this gets
Even
to
though it would make it wobbly as
7. I
shit,
can't fucking remember.
put
ages
stabilizers
since I
on
did
it, then
actual
I think you'll be
rocket stuff.
fine.
Okay, we gotta add maneuver. It
You'll
one
have
I got
plenty
to
of
7.
fuel if you want to make it to the sun.
7. Okay, now I need to just get into an orbit first. And just
I don't
stay
even
there,
try
and then I'll be
to
good.
create an orbit
Estimated
around
burn of
the
1
Earth,
minute in
you know, the
10,
Kerbin first.
9,
The way I was able to get the
go!
telescope into orbit was
Does that
just,
get us out to our,
you know, firing straight up.
our,
That's all I did.
our maneuver, our trajectory, our... What
And I was
the hell
able
do you call
to,
this
you
again?
know,
Sorry.
be in a little bit
Well,
closer,
I'm not perfectly
you know,
around,
like
but
further
close. I'm only,
inward, but
like,
not necessarily too
10,000
far
meters
off from
off.
Kerbin's orbit. But
Which in
essentially,
space
I'm
terms is
essentially
absolutely
orbiting the
minuscule.
sun,
It's like
but close
the
enough to
hair
Kerbin.
on your fingertips. You don't actually have hair on your fingertips, or the palms
That
of your
telescope, I
hands,
think,
or
is
the
supposed
soles
to
of your
detect
feet.
any
Like, the
object
only
that's
places in your body you
past
don't have hair.
Kerbin.
So yeah, humans are
Any
hairy
unknown
bastards.
objects or asteroids.
Getting there. Getting there. I love watching it, like, just...
I remember the
float
one
that
time
circle.
I was like orbiting
Well,
around the
first I'm gonna
moon
form that circle
and
then
trying
bang,
to
all
get
of a
to the
sudden it's
moon.
just there.
I time warped so much
4,
to the point
3,
I saw
2,
an
1.
asteroid fly
And
in to orbit
cut.
and crash right into
Not
Kerbin.
really
I'm
there.
like, it was
I
the
kind of
first
went
time
off
I ever
my
saw that
thing was
ever,
small.
and I'm
But
like,
it's
what
good.
the
I mean,
fuck
that's
just
what I'm
happened?
saying, Robert, 71 and 161.
And I was like
I'm
thinking,
fucking
what
way
happens if it
off.
crashes?
I'm way out.
What happens when
That
an
doesn't matter.
asteroid crash
Fine.
lands on the
We'll
Kerbin?
survive
Does
that. We're in
anything
an actual
happen?
orbit now,
Or is
and
it
that's what
just one of
counts.
those things where
Yeah, it's
it
been a
just
while since the last
explodes
time
and
I
then
was
nothing?
in this game. I know I said in this episode I was going to do my pocket, my plane rocket thing, and I was going to get
I
up
wonder,
into space
could you
and then
do
try and
like
land
some
back
stuff
on
like,
Earth.
you know, deflect
But I was
asteroids'
thinking
orbit
in,
by,
like,
you know,
bed last night, I was
crashing
thinking,
into
I'm
them,
doing Kerbal
like
Space
that
Program
DART
tomorrow.
mission
I'll do
a
this,
few years
this, this.
ago?
And then I thought, what if we flew into the freaking sun? And then I said, Icarus, I'm going to take your challenge, and I'm going to do it.
Fly
He
into the
wanted to fly
sun.
But he burned up his wings, and then he fell to Earth, which is a far more painful death. Like, just flying into the sun and incinerating instantly might have been a bit better. But no, he kind of fucked it up.
You only had
and
like a
he went
quarter
the
of
bad way.
fuel used just to get an orbit around
Let's see
Kerbin.
where this Sunaruni is.
Further in,
Oh!
there's Eve and there's
Oh, the
Moho.
sun is fucking miles away!
Yeah, millions of miles away.
Of course it is, Jack. It's millions of miles away. Is it light years away?
No, not light years.
I shouldn't have said that. Now people are going to think I'm stupid.
No, you're not
Okay,
stupid. You're just
well,
curious.
Fuck. The furthest I ever went was
Minmus, I think.
Minmus.
Technically Minmus, but then
That's
you
the furthest
fucked.
I
You were
ever
supposed to land on Minmus, and
And
then you
this
fucked
is
up, and then ended up
fucking
landing on the
substantially
moon
bigger.
instead.
This isn't going to work. I don't have
Which is kinda
enough
funny.
fuel to do this. This is a bad idea. We are escaping Kerbin. I hope.
I want to
We're
try
going
to
off this
do
trajectory.
like a
We're going all
mission
the way
to
over here, and then we're
Minmus,
gonna try and figure
and then
out
head
what to do
back
It's not going to
to
work. I don't
Kerbin.
have near enough stuff to do it.
perfectly. Like I want to be able to do that, and also
Cheats on
try to
this,
get to
but
the
I don't
moon
want
as well.
to. I don't want to use
Again,
cheats.
even though I
Cheats
technically
are
landed
just
on
that,
the moon
cheating.
once already.
Faking my way towards victory. And
Even
I'm
though
gonna
I
keep
landed
victory
on a
deep
slope
within my
and I ended up
bones.
rolling
I have officially
down,
left Kerbin.
rolling
Bye.
down the
Never
hill,
coming back to this planet anymore.
and trying to
Hey,
fight
this is like
with
the
it to
Kerbal's
get
way of
it
saying
up
he's leaving home.
right
Like,
again.
normally kids say, "Mommy, I'm running away," and they like run down the street and hide under a tree with their bag full of like comic books. They're never actually like planning to move away. But this is the Kerbal's version of it. He says, "Mommy, I'm running away," and then he goes off into space and tries to go towards the sun. That's what a real teenager does. Hey, I might just be.
He only
in
has like
orbit
at
around
least
the sun right now.
80%
Where's
fuel
that
used
big yellow
already, so
bitch?
he's probably got close to like
There she is.
20% fuel remaining.
Beautiful, majestic.
Oh my
Look,
gosh.
I'm actually going around.
Yeah,
it.
he's orbiting
Wow.
essentially,
Oh, this is me here.
orbiting,
should
you
stop
know,
setting this as a
he's
target.
essentially
How do I do that?
orbiting
I don't know.
Kerbin, but close
There
to
we-
Eve's
So
orbit.
This is me going around the sun.
He
I think
technically set the
it is the sun
target
that I'm in an orbit of, isn't
to
it? Yeah,
Eve.
speed it up more. More.
Yeah, you're
more,
gonna have
more.
to speed it up
The
further
whole
than that.
universe is turning. I see the machinations of creativity.
He
the
could
machinations
cross
of God.
Eve's orbit.
I think these are all meteors. I think they
Yeah.
actually added them in one of the DLCs, and all those meteors are heading towards Kerbin and exploding and killing it, and killing all the inhabitants of Kerbin. Who cares? I'm not there anymore. My parents are. I ran away from them. Stupid parents! Oh, could I actually add a maneuver here to hit the sun? Does that intersect the sun?
It could,
Oh, yes!
depending on how much fuel you have
I
left.
know what I'm doing. I am
Is this
a
an
whale biologist.
because again,
I'm sorry if
at
every
one
time
point,
I
I think in a
like,
future
blows into
update,
my
it would
microphone,
tell
I'm
you
like,
how
"Oh,
much
this
fuel
is
you'll
very
have
good.
left
I get a
in
new one.
a
It's
burn
actually kinda shit.
before you have to go to another stage to
Okay, I
burn
need
the
to do
rest of
this
that,
good.
fuel as well. So I don't know if it will.
Is that
if
like going into the
if
sun?
that's enough
I think
fuel.
It is. The sun is very, very bright. It's hard to see.
It could be not enough fuel.
Oh, that just intersects the sun. We have to burn for 6 minutes though, and I don't know if I don't have the fuel for 6 minutes. I might have to use cheats just for a little bit. Don't judge me. I am my own man. I know what I'm doing.
Fair enough.
If I did,
Just to accomplish this
it's
one
take my guys
feat.
129 days to get.
129 days, yeah.
I think it's time we just
You
sit
got
back
a
and
half
relax.
a year
Just
essentially
let the world
before
take
we
over.
get to that point in time.
It's nice outside. It's a very nice day. What did you guys get up to today? What?
I got the Statue of Liberty
Really?
coming
You went
up.
Swimming. That's cool. It's too cold here to go swimming. Maybe soon.
I got
We'll jump out into the
that,
river.
potentially the World Trade
Good
Center
time.
as well.
I toast today. What you guys have for food?
Chicken Parm Hero.
Lasagna. I like lasagna.
Bitch
Lasagna's
lasagna.
awesome. Okay, fuck this. Turn
That's
warm.
4 years before that became a thing. Because of T-Series.
I am ascending. I am one with the heavens.
A
I see
minute
the
and
Creator.
40
I
seconds
see the
remaining
Almighty.
before
I am
your
one with
6
the
minute
universe.
burn, essentially. What the
Who knew
fuck?
there was giant lasers in the sky like that? Up in space. No wonder people are afraid to go into space. You use giant lasers like that when you're flying around. You don't want to come across them. That must be where the Tron bike guys flew past.
Tron
I
bike.
think this is their highway.
Yeah, it may not be enough.
Nowhere near enough fuel.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
have 5 minutes left to burn, and look at this. Does it tell me how much fuel I have? Well, it does, but I mean like in minutes.
Wish that you could do that to make it easier. Of course, he's gonna do that. Well, you got no choice. And I get that. He did cheat for a bit.
Running down way too much. Okay, just for the sake of this video, turning on cheats. Infinite fuel. Are we good?
Yeah.
We're good. Just for the sake of this video, because I want to do it in one shot. I don't want to go back and build a new rocket and then come all the way back up into space and do all this again. This will just be so boring. And it's just going to be the same outcome anyway, so let's just do it this way. We are under the minute and a half mark, people. We are making history.
Wow.
And we're also killing Kerbal, because they're not going to come back. They're just going to hit the sun and go... That's what I hope happens. I hope it's not like... Because that shouldn't happen, because you're in space.
How does it
There's
go?
no medium to carry sound. At least not for our ears. Maybe some crazy scientific alien ears can hear in space. I don't know. But I hope it's just like... I hope it's like quenching a candle. It just goes out. Because that would be so hilarious. That's like... Whenever you see something in the cartoon, they go off into the sun, and then you just see them like disappear, and then a split second, and then you just see like the little black scorch mark. I would love if that happened. If it doesn't, I'm going to make a mod called Punchy Squelchy Scorch Mark mod. Oh, this is scary. Kerbals, I hope you don't mind death. I'm going to slow you on down, and we're going to come out of this mode. We're going to go into this mode and see where the sun is. Where is the sun? There it is.
Right there.
We're so close. Oh, wrong buttons. Now we can speed stuff up and watch us get close to the sun. Oh my god.
My god.
Fucking terrifying. In
That
real
is
life. I mean, I'm
horrifying.
dead already because the heat from this distance would absolutely melt anything that we could make. Would it? Now
Well,
that I'm
there is
saying
a
it, I don't actually know if
spacecraft
it would.
orbiting the
How close
sun.
could we actually get to the sun?
There
The
is a
technology that
spacecraft we
have.
did launch
Like,
like
all
a
the
couple years
equipment
ago that
and
is currently
super
orbiting
heat
closer and
resistant
closer to the
products that
sun.
we have. How close could we actually get to the sun before we burnt up? That's a good thing to answer in the comments. I actually don't know. I'm not saying please answer in the comments and then I'll say if you're right or not. I actually don't know. So I want to learn. Somebody please find that out.
Nope.
Oh, I spit stuff up! It like really hurtled towards the sun. But I think I'm okay. I think I'm actually fine for now. I still want to hit the sun. That's good. It's funny when you're here. There's like a big halo around it. And then when you get really close to it, it's just a big ball of yellow. Oh god, I'm zooming out and it doesn't make a difference. The sun is still
Oh
in the same
jeez.
spot. That'll show you how
Super
tiny I am.
bright.
Can I see it from the inside? Kerbals, what do you guys see? Oh, stuff is going crazy. Can you guys actually see out and see the sun? How do I switch different Kerbals? How do I change Kerbals? I don't know. I want to see different Kerbals' point of views. God damn it. Now let's see how close we are. Oh, we're so close. Woo, Nelly! Unbelievable! Is it possible to land on the sun?
I don't think
I don't know if it is. I
so.
don't know if you just die instantly when you hit it, if that's the way the game's mechanics work, but could you actually, like, slow down and land on it if you were good enough? I doubt it. Speed stuff up a small bit. So I don't want to miss it. That's what I thought happened when I sped it up really
Yeah,
fast.
I thought he over sped up.
And I actually crashed. And I missed the actual impact. Because that would have sucked. Oh, gee, Jesus. Hope you guys brought sun cream. You guys said you wanted to go on holidays and get a tan. This is about as close as you're going to get. You probably have several million tans
Look at the speed that it's,
your eyeballs
you
melting out
know,
of your head.
look at its
Your head's
speed.
pretty big and you have pretty big eyeballs.
88,600 and something meters per second.
Do I have to sit here and wait?
Probably.
I can't warp any faster because I'm below a certain threshold. That sucks. I have to wait here for like 20 minutes. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. Because I can speed this shit up. I can bring this train of hurt towards the Kerbals. I can fire myself into the sun. Doesn't seem to be doing anything though. Oh, I'm fucking... Whoa!
Boom!
I did explode before I hit it! Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me! Wow! Kerbals, I'm sorry! That was for all my planning and like building up to it, and then it just happened in a sudden flash. Oh, and it did the explosion. It didn't go. Maybe if I was further out, it would have done that. Oh well, Kerbals, you died on the sun. Sorry. Well, I guess that does it for this episode of Kerbal's Space Program, because God knows I don't have time to do anything else. I hope you guys actually enjoyed that now.
That was
it wasn't
fun,
too
though.
boring for some of you. I know a lot of you really just like seeing me build crazy shit in Kerbal Space Program, but this stuff is still really fun to do. I mean, it does take a long time, and there's not a whole lot
It did
to
take a while.
flying around in space, doing nothing. Maybe next time I'll actually go off and try and like crash into some asteroids, because I didn't try them. That's actually part of the DLC. That's why a lot of those new engines and a lot of the new capsules and stuff like that were brought in, because the DLC actually had asteroids in them. You can grab them. I've seen it being done.
Yes, you can do
screenshots of it,
that.
so
And you
maybe if I'm
could
good
do
enough,
that.
I'd be able to do that.
You
But
could
thank
potentially
you
land
so
it back
much for
on the
watching this
planet.
episode. If you liked it,
Punch that like button in the face like a boss, and high fives all around.
Thank you guys, and I will see you dudes! Not only was that a really successful launch, that's one of the most successful planes I've ever made as well.
So that was that episode. So pretty much he was able to build a giant rocket and was able to fly directly into the sun, crashing into the sun. Even though he had to use infinite fuel cheats in order to actually achieve that. Which I'll definitely give a pass on that, because I know how time consuming this game can be, because if you're trying to do one thing, like let's say try to fly to the sun, it could take a while. And you don't want to like do it all over again and spend another half hour trying to achieve that. I could totally understand why he decided to use the infinite fuel cheat just for this moment. And for a second I thought he warped too fast and missed the crash entirely, but luckily enough he didn't do that. But did you notice the meters per second his spacecraft had as he was going into the sun? It was like 88,000 meters per second. That is extremely fast. But overall, that was a really, really fun episode. So the next episode is called Naboo Starfighter. And honestly, it does not surprise me, because some of his weird rocket designs kind of reminded me of a Naboo starfighter from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So I wonder how his Naboo starfighter is going to go. We'll find out next episode. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Be sure to ring that bell to be part of the notification squad. Be sure to check out my Instagram, because I make collabs with Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, even myself. I also act as a cosplays on there, so go check it out, and be sure to check out my Tumblr and my Discord in the description as well. So until next time, JRD96 signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!